Welcome to the Well Aligned Podcast. This is your go-to podcast for female founders, whether you're launching a product or service-based business, who want real sales and marketing insights from women who've successfully built and scaled their businesses. I'm Sandy, your host, a brand sales strategist with years of experience in the natural CPG space. I've seen firsthand the challenges and the wins of launching, selling, and growing a brand in today's competitive market. My mission for you, to give you the tools, strategies, and resources you need to thrive. I'm so glad you're here. Let's get started. Hey everyone, welcome back to a new episode of the Well Aligned Podcast. I took a bit of a hiatus just for summer break, so hopefully you didn't miss me too much. Our episode today is with Scarlett Stanhope. Now, Scarlett, actually, she operates a business called the Biz Hippie, and she creates empowered abundance programs from a deeply personal space because she's walked the same path that a lot of people are in, and that is the relationship with money, or maybe the lack of relationship with money. And she found herself being held back by money. And despite having all of the degrees in place in finance and accounting, she really struggled with the emotional and mental blocks that were keeping her from her true financial abundance. So today we talk about everything from being that type A driven person and how you feel, basically how you feel unfulfilled in that money mindset space, chasing success. And then we talk about various tools on how you can develop a deeper and better relationship with your money. So listen in, and I hope you enjoy the episode. Hey, Scarlett. Thanks for joining the Well Aligned podcast today. I'm so excited that you decided to come on the Well Aligned. And for all my listeners, this is Scarlett Stanhope. And Scarlett, I would love for you to introduce yourself to the listeners.
Yes, I'm so excited to be here today. Thank you so much for having me on your show. I know this is going to be a super valuable episode for all of your listeners. My name is Scarlett, aka the Biz Hippie, and I am an abundance coach. And what I do is I help coaches, entrepreneurs, and healers transform their relationship with money from the inside out so that they can confidently live lives that they love and support themselves financially with the work that they love.
I love it. Thank you for sharing that. So, what were you doing prior to this? Because you had a life prior to this. So if you can just talk a little bit about what you were doing prior to your own successful business.
Yeah, and my story ties in a lot to the work that I do now, and it ties into my business name as well. So the idea of the Biz Hippie is my journey of discovering my most aligned, authentic self and stepping into my business. Because before I became a coach, before I really got into my own personal growth and healing journey, I was a type A high achiever, successful perfectionist. I was getting my bachelor's degree in business management, accounting, and finance with my 3.9 GPA. I was managing restaurants by the time I was 18. I had the keys to the door and would lock up at 2 a.m. every single weekend wearing 4-inch heels, full face of makeup, blazers, false eyelashes, the whole 9 yards. And I was like a hard ass manager too. I was a very strict, very professional business workaholic type of person. And in a lot of ways, I was really successful, right? I got good grades. I had $30,000 saved in my savings account. By the time I was 20, I had 0 student loans, 0 credit card debt, fancy job title, was making more money than my other friends my age. And yet, at the same time, there was something wrong inside of me. Even though everything looked great on paper, I felt unfulfilled. I felt disconnected from my life. I felt disassociated from myself and who I was. I was depressed and I was suicidal, and I didn't know that something was wrong, and I didn't know what was wrong. And the truth was that I had just been chasing this idea of success, the life that I should be living, who I should be. And all of that wasn't considering truly who I was and what I wanted.
Well, thank you for sharing all of that. There's a lot to unpack there, but you made a very it sounds like you made a very successful transition. So, can you walk us through the steps on how you made that transition from where you were to where you are today? Like, what exactly did you do?
And it was a slow transition that was first sparked by hitting rock bottom. I really needed to recognize first that I was unhappy with my life in order to change it. And for me, it was easy for me to be passive in my life for a long time and just put off doing something different. I felt like I didn't have control over my life, and I was just going with the flow. I wasn't making choices or decisions about my life, and instead, life was in control of me. So, really, the first step was life got bad enough where I realized, wow, I don't want to live this way anymore. And instead of sitting here and waiting for life to start, recognizing that life was already happening and that it was up to me to do something about it, that I was the one in control of my life and that I was the one creating this life that I was living. So, developing that awareness was a huge awakening moment for me and was a really big step. And I started to take back control of my life. I started to become an active participant in my life and recognize that I was choosing things in my life. And I started to make more conscious, intentional choices about the life that I actually wanted to live. Another piece of this was really discovering who am I and what do I want. And so starting to explore the difference between, patterned Scarlett, the Scarlett who was told you should get good grades, you should work hard, you should make a lot of money, you should be like a professional, and instead start to come back to who am I? What do I want? What's important to me? What kind of life do I want to live? What do I enjoy? So, rediscovering who I was and then starting to build self trust, self love, and self confidence. And with all of these pieces, I really started to be the one in control of my life, choose who I am, choose what I wanted, and trust myself and build that commitment to myself to keep going on this path, to keep choosing what I wanted to do with my life, even when it felt challenging and difficult.
Mhm. Did you have any tools that you were using that you tapped into that helped you get to that point? Because I feel like it's one thing, and I know I've done this too, where I say, okay, I can't be this person anymore. I have to change. But you also need tools in your toolbox and resources that you can access in order to start making those steps.
Yeah, there have been actually tons and tons of tools and resources, many of which I continue to use and also share with my clients as well. But just some of those is deep awareness work, like really taking the time to look at clearly the choices that I'm making, the results of those choices, what's the underlying motivation and beliefs, and what is the story that is dictating the choices that I make and the actions that I'm taking. And one particular tool that has really increased my self awareness, actually, a couple tools, is yoga, meditation, and I have used a tool called HoloSync for many, many years, which is similar to if you've ever heard of like binaural beats. It's a frequency track that you listen to that brings deeper levels of self-awareness. And so I have actually used this tool for years, and I know that that has really opened up my mindset to give me the space to have deeper level awareness around myself so that I could then bring in these other coaching modalities to kind of like clear the blocks, clear the
Right.
subconscious beliefs, and really instill new, authentic, aligned, and abundance-based beliefs.
Is that an app?
So HoloSync, it is not an app.
Holistic.
They do
Okay.
have online, like you can purchase it online, and it has more of a guided track. So if you actually go through the curriculum straight through, it takes 7 years to go
Oh,
all the way
wow.
through it start to
Wow.
finish, which I've actually just finished recently. So it's not just like a one-time track that you listen to, although they do have like starter tracks where you can do it like that, but it's like a full-blown program.
Wow. Congratulations on
Thanks.
accomplishing that. How do you spell it?
Holo, so HOLO sync. I think just the way it's spelled. Could be
Okay.
SYNC or
Okay.
CYNC. Yes,
I'll
it's
put
from
it in
Set.
the show notes for people so they can access. And if somebody wants to learn more about it, obviously you're going to have your contact information in there and they can reach out to you as well. So
Perfect. I'll give
just
you the link for it.
perfect. Just considering that you've gone through the curriculum, this is definitely, you're definitely an expert. So, yeah, so I'm going to hop on that website and just learn more about it because I'm curious now. But obviously, you have built that into your services and your coaching services. So I would love to start also, let's just talk about building a money mindset because I know that's one of your coaching services that you offer female entrepreneurs, women, right? And so I would love it if we could just start diving into that a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm so excited to talk about this because so a lot of what I do is transforming your relationship with money. And the reason why this is so important is because for my journey and for my clients' journey, like money was the thing that was holding me back from living the life that I really wanted to live. Money was the thing driving me and pushing me to be successful, go to college, get a good job, work really hard. Like this underlying idea of financial pressure and just financial success was the thing pushing me to live a life that was not in alignment with me. And so transforming your relationship with money is a method of taking back control of your life. Instead of feeling like money is controlling you, money is saying, no, you have to stay in this unfulfilling job. No, you can't travel. No, you can't go all in on your business. You need to be realistic and pay your bills. Instead, taking back control of your money and using your money as a tool to actually create the life that you want to live. And this is so important, especially for early entrepreneurs who are breaking free from this traditional 9 to 5 path and are blazing their own path, choosing to go against the grain and want to live a different life that is more fulfilling. And money is a huge part of being successful in that journey.
Amen to that, Scarlett. Yes. I love your enthusiasm for creating a money mindset. So, what's one, I guess, one tip that you could give people about how to create it without giving everything away, right? But just what's one thing that you can share that, hey, this is one step towards creating a money mindset?
Yeah, I think that the most important thing and really the foundational start of this is recognizing that you have a relationship with money. I think so many of us, like money is just so deeply ingrained in our day-to-day life, in our society, that we just see it as this object outside of us. And we don't fully recognize the impact that money has in our lives. A lot of people spend a lot of time with money stress weighing them down, holding them back, keeping them stuck, telling them that they can't do the things they want to do and can't live the life that they want to live. Money is not just some object. Money is a powerful relationship that you have. And so, starting to see money in this way, starting to recognize what kind of relationship do you have with money? Do you have a relationship where it feels like money is controlling you, where money is holding you back? Or do you feel confident and in control of your money? Do you feel abundant when it comes to money? Do you feel safe and financially supported? Do you feel like you're able to say yes to the things you want to do, to say yes to your most fulfilling life? Or do you feel like you have to say no to those things because of stress and fear and scarcity and lack? And recognizing that you can heal your relationship with money, and that is the thing that will empower you to create the life you want to live, to go all in on your business and to make money while doing it. And so many people I talk to think that the solution to feeling less stress and feeling more abundant and feeling more financially free is simply to work hard and to make more money. But that
Mm-hmm.
is not the case, because you can make more money and still have the same exact relationship with money. So the amount of money is not as important as your relationship with money. And I think just recognizing that is the first most powerful mindset shift that you can have, that's really going to make a really big difference in your ability to live your best life, go all in on your business, and be successful doing the work that you love.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think where people get hung up, and I've been guilty of this as well, is that to your point, you said it's just to work more to make more money. And the concept of no, you don't have to do that, right? You can work less and still make the money. And where people get stuck is right there. Like, well, how do I do that? How do I do that? But it sounds
Yeah.
like you have a formula that you teach people how to do that exactly. And you've made yourself successful with your business. Do you have any advice or anything you can share with people, the female entrepreneurs out there who are looking to gain visibility in their business? Like what's a really good strategy if you have a business and you're looking to gain visibility? What advice would you give them?
Yeah, yeah. And I love that you touched on this idea of like, how do I actually do this? Like, how do I truly get out of this pattern of I need to work more to make more money and instead step into the actual abundance that I'm craving? And there are really two pieces to make this happen. And it really starts with changing your relationship with the money that you already have and shifting your mindset around the money that you have, learning to feel safe and sufficient and feel like you have enough with the money that you already have. And when you do this, that's when you open up the door for more. So many of
Hmm.
us are living our lives and running our business from a place of chasing more money, but that's actually repelling money away from you. Have you ever been on a sales call and been like under the surface desperate for money? The people on the sales call can feel that and it pushes them away. It's a very different energy to be running your business from a place of calm, supported, grounded, financially stable confidence, and then to sell your services. That attracts and magnetizes people to you. And that starts with stepping into abundance now with the money that you already have. And that's part mindset work, which is really, really important, right? That's the internal changing your relationship with money. And it's part money management. That's the tangible work of actually looking at your numbers, seeing your money clearly and objectively, knowing what's happening with your money in reality so that you can be in control of your money and make objective, grounded decisions and choices with your money instead of emotional, irrational decisions with your money that aren't based on anything. So the money management fuels the abundance mindset, and the abundance mindset fuels the money management. So when you combine these two things together, you can shift into your abundance now with the money that you already have, which will attract more money to you, especially in your business.
Well, that's a value bomb right there. I
There you
love
go.
it. I love it. No, you're right. You're absolutely right. I feel that a lot of people operate from a place of scarcity. And I've just started to most recently develop, like you say, appreciate and have gratitude over the money that you have in your bank account. And so I definitely every day I envision the money in my bank account. I'm thankful for that money that I have. I'm thankful that I pay taxes, right? Because I'm contributing to society. I'm contributing to everyone else moving forward. I'm helping someone else. I'm paying it forward. So I love that you touched on that because it really is important. And obviously, it's part of your services and what you teach women, you teach, well, people from all walks of life, right? So diving into that next, I would love for you to share how you work with people, the services that you offer.
Yeah. Yeah, this is such a great question. So I do work with entrepreneurs and coaches and healers because we need it most, right? We're like blazing this new path of service, which can be really challenging. It's a huge personal growth journey to do this, and your business is deeply tied to your relationship with money because your business is all about money. It is a money
Mhm.
making machine. So, whatever your current relationship with money is, all of that bleeds into the success of your business. And so, I help my clients through my program, which is called Empowered Abundance, which is a 6 month container that helps you transform your relationship with money. And what this looks like is first, healing the internal relationship with money. This is where we uncover the seeds of scarcity, your underlying subconscious mindset, beliefs, stories, thoughts around money. This is the current money pattern that has been holding you back or keeping you stuck. And we uncover and bring deep awareness to all of this and bring it to the surface so that these patterns and beliefs can be healed. You have to first clear out the seeds of scarcity so that you can plant a new garden based on abundance. So we do this more internal intangible work, and then we pair it with the tangible work of learning to manage your money. And I teach my clients how to manage their personal finances and their business finances so that they can be fully in control of their money and in control of their lives. And especially when you do this for your business, what happens is you step into what I like to call legit business owner energy, which is that powerful, confident, magnetizing energy that allows your clients to trust you and say yes to working with you. Because when you're confident in your money as a business owner, your clients will be confident in you. And from there, I teach my clients how to use the power of their money intentionally to manifest their vision. Whatever life you want to live and create, you can use your money intentionally and strategically to make that your reality. Whether that is transitioning out of a 9 to 5 job and going full time in your business, whether it's attracting more clients and pricing your offers strategically in your business so that you can work less and still be financially supported. Whatever the picture of your vision is, I teach my clients how to become their most abundant self internally with the mindset, with the energy, and the belief, and how to make that vision a tangible reality with the power of their money.
Where do you see most people getting stuck? I'm sure you see this a lot.
Yeah, the biggest thing is my clients often have a huge resistance to managing their money and actually tracking it and looking at it and seeing it objectively. Often there's a lot of fear around doing this, right? There's this idea of, especially as entrepreneurs, like, I don't want to be restricted. I don't want to have to budget. I just want to say yes to whatever I want to say yes to, and I want to live my best life, and I don't want money stress to hold me back. And budgeting tells me what I can't do. And so I don't like that. But what I like to say to my people is that I will not teach you how to budget. I will teach you how to blueprint. A budget tells you what you can't do with your money, but a blueprint tells you what you can do with the money that you have. And time again with my clients, after we've done the deep healing work first, they are now more ready to do the work of looking at their money. And once they get over that hurdle and they can see their money clearly, every single time my clients tell me that suddenly managing their money is fun. And they actually look forward to the time in their calendar when they have set to manage their money because it's how they make choices and decisions. It's how they manifest the lives they want to live. That's what money management is it's a powerful tool for manifestation. And so getting over these like preconceived beliefs about what money management is the biggest hurdle that I see people facing. But once you get over it, whew, you're just so in control of your life and you feel so empowered.
Great. And where can people find you on social media and also your website?
Yeah, so there's a couple places where you can find me. You can connect with me on Instagram at the Biz Hippie. I'm very active on there, so you can feel free to shoot me a message if you want to continue this conversation or tell me what stood out to you in this episode. I also have my own podcast, the Empowered and Abundant podcast, so you can feel free to connect with me there and listen in more. And then I love to offer for people who hear me on podcast episodes a free abundance activation session, which is a 30-minute deep dive session where we're going to get clear on your current relationship with money, unbury your seeds of scarcity, tap into your vision, and craft a roadmap to help make that vision your reality. And if you want to explore continuing this work, going deeper, we have time to talk about that too. And you can book your abundance activation session with me on my website, thebizhippie.com/activate.
Perfect. I'll make sure I share all of that information on the show notes and also any future posts I have regarding our conversation. Any parting words that you want to share with the audience? It could be a piece of advice or maybe a great book that has been a resource for you that you want to share with the audience.
Ooh, I love that you just mentioned a book. I was totally not even going to go there, but now that you said that, so I do have an advice and I do have a book. One book is The Soul of Money. That book is so powerful. I actually gift it to all of my clients at the start of the program, and it's required reading for the program. And a lot of the philosophies and the way that I structure my program is based off of what's talked about in this book. So that's a super, super valuable book. I highly recommend you read it. It's by Lynn Twist. And my piece of advice would be that you have so much more control over your life than you think. That you are the one creating this life right now, and that you can do whatever you want to do. You can make your vision a reality. You can make your business a success, and you can get paid to do the work that you love and live the life that you want to live. And that is 100% in your control. That is 100% possible. And you can have a solid relationship with money that helps you to make that a reality instead of being the thing that holds you back from it.
Well, thank you, Scarlett, for that positive sign off. I really appreciate it. That was very uplifting. So thank you for sharing all of your valuable information today on the podcast. I really appreciate you. Thank you again.
Thank you for having me.
Hey, well, I really enjoyed my time today with Scarlett. That was really, really fantastic. So, what I really liked is the question that she posed. Do you feel abundant? Do you feel financially abundant? And how do you change your relationship already with money? So you have the money in your account and you need to nurture that like every other relationship that you have in your life, and set aside time every week to make sure you are giving attention to that relationship. So again, it's a relationship that you have just like all your other relationships. So just set aside some time, put it in your calendar to really nurture and look at your finances and look at your money, and have respect for the money. Have respect for what you have and be grateful for what you already have in your bank account. So instead of just trying to chase more money, it's actually pushing it away. So just be observant and respectful of what you have. It's basically the message that we're trying to deliver. And I encourage you to go onto Scarlett's website at the Biz Hippie. That's the BizHippie.com. And also her Instagram is the same, the Biz Hippie. I will have all this information in the show notes. Thank you again for listening. Until next time.